Hey everyone, Michael here. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to set up your charts for a bear market. This works for the stock and options markets as well as the cryptocurrency markets. To that end, you guys are going to be learning specifically about three specific indicators, three specific tools, if you will. Those tools are going to be Gann Fan levels, Fibonacci extension levels, and Fibonacci retracement levels. If you guys can understand those three tools and apply them to your chart correctly, you guys are going to be able to trade these larger swings in the market. These larger swings are very important because as you guys start to trade with leverage here, you guys are going to be able to turn a 10% downturn in the market, a 20% downturn in the market to hundreds, if not thousands of percents if you guys have the capital to kind of, take those margin positions, okay? So, for example here, we had a breakdown a few weeks ago. I gave you guys an alert about this one. We broke down below the 2-to-1 Gann Fan level as far as Bitcoin's concerned, all right? Now, let's not go all the way down to the bottom here, like where we went down about 33%. Let's just say where the price is currently now, about 24%. If you just had a 10x leverage, which means make up 1%. If the price goes up 1%, you've made 10%. All right. If you take that process into effect, since it went down 24%, if you had a short position at 10x leverage, you'd be up 240% on your position, and you would still be in that position right now, waiting for us to hit that price target of around the 200 weekly moving average, right? So it'll be a great determining factor to tell you when you guys should be opening positions and when to close positions, all right? You can see right over here, we broke down, found support, broke down here, another shorting opportunity, broke down here, shorting opportunity, broke down here, and broke down here, another shorting opportunity. So we'll be teaching you guys, or I'll be teaching you guys, how to apply all this information together so you guys have a comprehensive view of when you guys want to start buying and when you guys actually want to start closing some of those positions in the marketplace, especially in a bear market, which can be very tricky for new investors. For now, we're going to start off with the Gann Fan levels, and just so you guys can see on the chart over here, I've taken the liberty to turn the Bitcoin numbers into the largest size possible, because I know some of you guys may be watching this on your phone, and I want you guys to be able to see those numbers there, okay? So let's get started with the Gann Fan levels here. These are pretty simple to add onto your charts. They do have some subtleties, and we'll talk about those as well, but this is really going to be the rock bed foundation of your long-term trading strategy here as far as opening short positions, okay? So what you guys have to do is, once we've hit a peak and we've been, falling down for about a week or two, you guys can start placing these Gann Fan levels down here, okay? Now, for now, you guys want to have a magnet open up a horizontal line, and you just want to place it at the all-time high of Bitcoin, okay? In this circumstance, on this particular chart, it says that Bitcoin went to $68,997.75. I think most people just think about it as $69,000. We can go with that as well. But you want to put that level right there. That's for the all-time highs. Now, what you guys have to do next is do another horizontal line, but you're going to be looking for a bottom, okay? In particular, it could be a major bottom, so a capitulation bottom, if you will. We have one here that happened during COVID. We also have one here from the 2008 capitulation moment, okay? You could choose either or. What I'd recommend is you do each, so I might put a horizontal line here and a horizontal line here, but instead of doing it all on one chart, I recommend you guys actually spread it out on a bunch of different charts here. So I actually have a window or a chart layout you guys can see right here, specifically designed for Gann Fan levels. It just says Gann. It's specifically designed for Gann Fan levels. So you guys can do that yourself on TradingView. That way you guys can keep everything separated and organized. All right. After you have those two horizontal lines, you guys can actually zoom in a little bit more and get a little bit better idea of what's going on here. So we have a low and we have a high. Now what you guys need is a horizontal line, a vertical line, and you want to place it on the level of the lows for that cycle. So in this circumstance, this week right here, there we go. And after you got those three lines on your screen, you don't want to be moving in and out. You don't actually want to be moving anything in the chart, okay? That's actually crucial. So don't move anything as far as the chart's concerned. Get everything aligned, and then you're good. After that, you're going to turn the magnet off. You're going to go to the same spot up here right below the pointer button. You're going to go over here to trend angle. You're going to click on this intersection right here, and you're just going to drag it down anywhere. Then you got to be a little bit more precise about it, of course. Next, you want to click on the settings icon for that trend line. You're going to go to coordinates, and you're going to switch it to 45, all right? And if you want to be even more precise, you can go to number one price bar. You can set that price to the price you guys see at the actual line. So if I was doing that for this instance, I would do 68,997.75. Then I would hit enter, and the line would adjust ever so slightly, but it would make a difference in the long term if you ask me, all right? Now, same concept. We're going to be doing the same thing again right here. Another trend line. now at the low of the horizontal line right here, okay? So down here, same day, same week, whatever candle you guys are using. Again, you want, instead of being negative 45, you want to have it be 45. 45-degree angles for both of these. Negative 45 going down, of course, 45 going up. Now, after that, you could actually go back down here if you wanted to and change the number one price bar, if you will, to, for this example, let's go 3880.59. Again, it'll adjust it ever so slightly, but it does matter here. After that, what you guys are going to do is go over here to the tool, and you guys are going to find Gann Fan. All right, Gann Fan. Then you're going to see, I can move this all around. There's one line that's actually following my mouse, and that's the 1-to-1. You want to put that 1-to-1 line on top of the negative 45-degree angle, okay? Try to make it as precise as possible. Sometimes it will actually snap into place, and there you go. All right. Now, you can already see using this, we found a little bit of support around here, kind of choppy overall. You want to see if it actually has helped you out in any way. In this circumstance, a little bit, but not as much as I would like to. We have some support right here. As soon as we broke down here, it actually did help us out a little bit. So I think overall this will help us out in the future. But there were some, you would want to take note that it's not 100% accurate. Some Gann Fan levels are extremely accurate. Some are just pretty accurate. This is just pretty accurate for us because you'd only be using this Gann Fan level after the all-time high price. You would not be using it for anything in the past, okay? So you see, we found some support, didn't hold. We found support the second time. Then we found, once we broke down, then all hell broke loose, so to speak, okay? So this is just working out okay. So we can keep it, but I just want you guys to understand that. Now, some of you guys may like all these rainbow colors on your screen. I do not. So if you want to fix that, you're going to click on the settings icon for the Gann Fan, go over to style, and you see this little background tab right here. You can make it brighter or, less seeable. I forget the word term, sorry. What you guys want to do is just swipe it all the way to the left, and it should disappear. And if you guys really don't want to have big, thick lines, you can go back there, hit the gear icon again, and then you guys could actually just go one by one and actually change the size of the lines by just going to the color and, just change the thickness. For now, I'm just going to keep them as thick as possible. Works fine for me. And then afterwards, you're going to do the same thing with that Gann Fan, just going from the bottom, again, matching the 1-to-1 line with that 45-degree angle. And let's get that precise. There we go. And then now that we have all this done, now you can actually zoom in and see what's going on. In this circumstance right here, we see we broke down below the 2-to-1. That led to a nasty move down here. And guess what? We found support right over here. See this purple line right there? We found support. So if you guys wanted to buy at that time, it actually worked. So far, this Gann Fan setup works pretty well, so well that I'd probably keep this on one of my charts for the foreseeable future as we continue to move further and further down here. All right. Now, one other crucial thing is you guys don't actually have to use these lows right here. You guys could be using the lows from 2018 if you wanted to, and you could be seeing which one is more precise. Okay. So in theory, what I'd probably say would be best for you guys is to do the same method, but apply it to this this bottom over here. Move all this stuff over to this bottom, and you guys could keep all of this stuff on the highs the same. So this horizontal line stays the same, except for this Gann Fan level, you're just going to be moving it over here so it matches up with the capitulation level over here, okay? And same 45-degree angle and everything like that. And that would be an easy way for you guys to move everything forward, all right? Now that we have all this information on our screen, you do see a lot of lines, and it does look pretty cluttered. Well, there's only a few lines you really need to be paying attention to at this moment in time since we are in a bear market, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the Gann Fan level that's going on a 45-degree angle, going up. From here, you can actually decide which Gann Fan levels you actually want to see. So see, I can turn off the 2-to-1. That blue line just disappeared off the screen. For now, I don't need to use the 8-to-1. That one, maybe. You just want to go down the list and see what's important and what's not. In this circumstance, we don't need that one. We don't need that one. We don't need that one. Don't need that one. Don't need that one. Those ones are so far up the screen, you guys don't even see them. And we want to do the same thing on the way coming down here. That way we can just take away a few of the lines here. Get rid of that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. And now it doesn't look as nice, you would say, but now you have the lines that are most important for your long-term trades, okay? Now, let's take a zoom in here. We have an idea of how good this is as far as support levels. So far, The 1-to-1 has been fine. We broke down below it. It was a big bearish signal. We saw that coming, okay? Now, let's add Fibonacci retracement levels onto this chart so we have a good idea of what's going on. In order to do that, you're going to go over to the same place you got the Fibonacci or even the Gann Fan levels. You're going to find Fib retracement. You want to have the magnet on. And the same bottom you used over here, you're going to click it there. Then you're going to move it up to the same high you had before. In this circumstance, $68,997.75. Okay. Now when we actually zoom in again to see all these lines, it's not going to be as cluttered. So when we go back over here and use these Fibonacci levels, I want you to remember, these Fibonacci levels are not going to be used for anything before the time that you actually put them up. Since we didn't have this high while we were looking at the charts over here, since we didn't have that high, they would be of no use to us. Now, as the price goes down, you can see we broke down below this 2-to-1 Gann Fan level. We broke down below this Gann Fan level as well. But what was the reason that we didn't keep on going? Well, there we have it. A major level of support known as that Gann Fan level right there. Or excuse me, that Fibonacci retracement level, okay? We bounced. We held for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We tried to break down below it. We finally broke down after a few months of waiting. And breaking down below that and the Gann Fan level was a huge red flag to symbolize a bad stuff is about to happen here, okay? Bad stuff is about to happen. And then, of course, if we just kind of scroll out a little bit more here, we just kind of do that, then you can see the next time if we do break down, which is most likely when we break down below this purple line here, guess what? You guys will have a great buying opportunity right around this green Fibonacci level. It's going to be as easy as that, right? Nice and easy. It's not going to take too much work on your part. And then, of course, what else is also by there? We kind of hop out of this traditional 3 things we're looking at right now. You also have the 200 weekly moving average, which normally, during a bear market or during a capitulation, we tend to stop right around there. This yellow line right there stopped right there, or abouts stopped right here. Even going all the way back over here, 2014, we tend to stop around these levels. So you guys will see many similarities as far as these major levels of support that you guys need to be paying attention to. Now, what we're also going to do is talk about Fibonacci extension levels. Not particularly on this chart because this chart is more of a larger move. What you guys are going to be hoping for by using this Fibonacci extension tools is once you found a bottom, like what we did right here, we stopped for a little bit of time, how to trade this right here, back up here. So you're buying down here, selling up here, and then reopening some short positions to bring us back down, okay? So in order to do that, let's actually open back up a load chart. Let's go to the Gann Fan chart setup that I have. One that we can look at right here. So these Gann Fans actually in a much shorter time frame. Same chart as before, but this is just starting from the January crash that we had going until about now, okay? So it doesn't have anything to do with this last summer's lows or, a couple years ago with COVID or even years ago in 2018. We're not looking at any of that. We're using this as far as we had a big move down. When should I actually start to buy my position? When should I actually start to sell my position, okay? So, in this circumstance right here, we ended up crashing. We found some support. All was good in the world for a little bit of time. For this example, let me get rid of all these colorful things. The colors really do annoy me, but I like to show them to you guys on the actual YouTube streams that we do together. Helps visualize. There we go. All right. So now that we have these levels, you can see that some are more useful than others. Some we actually don't even need anymore. So for example, let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one, and that one. And in the same process here, let's get rid of some as well. And you guys can see this takes a little bit of time to get used to, but it's not going to take you that long. It's just you got to do it a few times here and you guys will be just fine. We want that one. Let's get rid of this one, this one, this one. And for now, let's get rid of this one, okay? There we go. So you would have had these Gann Fan levels set up as far as the bottom ones and the top ones at this high right over here. You can always adjust these ahead of time. So, before I had these Gann Fan levels at this high point, I had Gann Fan levels right here. I had Gann Fan levels right there as well. I move them as far as when I need them. So this is the most recent setup for them, if you get what I'm saying. Now, once you find a bottom, we found a top, and then we found another bottom here. This took days, okay? This took days and days and days. You're gonna still have a great opportunity to know when to buy and when to sell, all right? First of all, if you go back over here to this other chart, you'd be buying these lows because of the Fibonacci levels that you saw, okay? So that's the reason you're buying in the first place. But now you need to have a good idea of when you actually can sell. There's 2 ways to do this. For now, we're going to look at a long-term story, like where it takes months, and then we'll look at a short-term one over here that maybe takes just a few days of holding, okay? So now that you've had a few days, weeks, let's actually go back in here. I'll use some more advanced methods actually for this one. Let's go to replay. Yeah, let's go to replay. All right. Let's say we only have this information here, and we can actually get rid of the Gann Fan levels, okay? We can actually get rid of the Gann Fan levels at this point because they would not even be on the screen otherwise. All we know is that we have that Fibonacci level. So remove drawings. For you guys, let's just add some Fibonacci levels on here just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That way it doesn't look completely blank. There we go. All right. Zoom in here a little bit more. We found some support. You're going to be buying right around there. You have to have cojones of steel, so to speak, because usually the price will continue going down, but you have to believe that the Fibonacci level is going to hold during these larger moves, okay? Especially when you're buying into a bear market. Now, in order to add a Fibonacci extension level onto your charts, you're going to go to the same place that you found the Fibonacci retracements. This one is called trend-based Fib extension on TradingView again, okay? Trend-based Fibonacci extensions. Now, what you're going to be doing is you're going to find the low of that price, you're going to find the high, you're going to drag that line, and you're going to see all these other lines kind of pop up on your chart. Then what you have to do is go down to the next big low, which in this circumstance was here. So I would not have been able to use this specific Fibonacci extension tool until I had this low, this high, and this original low, okay? So you have to wait a little bit of time. You do have to wait a little bit of time here. After that, what you're going to be looking at, you see we actually have some resistance right here after we've done that. So you guys might have actually seen, I could buy around here, you hit some resistance. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let this system play out, and you're just going to wait a couple seconds. Look at that. Hit some resistance up here, hit some resistance over here. We got rejected, but we found support here, broke down here. And if you guys wanted to, you could also put a smaller Fibonacci retracement level here as well. That way you even have more information if you guys wanted to short some of these swings as well. So you can see right here, these two lines matched up, which is why you had support. This Fibonacci extension level really isn't supposed to help you on the way back down, but if you did the Fibonacci level on the way back down, it helped you out perfectly, okay? And so you guys will have to use these levels quite a bit through your trading career. Let's wait. Found some support right here. Popped back up, and again, it got rejected right there from the Fibonacci extension level. Very volatile times from Bitcoin, particularly during this time it was breaking above 20 and 50-day moving averages. See a hard level of resistance right there as well. Everybody's waiting for us to break back above it. And it's still resistance right here. Pretty nice to see that level of resistance. And then boom, we pop, okay? And then we hit number one. If you guys have never used Fibonacci extension before, the tool will probably look kind of gray, which doesn't really match well if you guys have a black chart on TradingView, okay? But your goal is to always get one. This one right here, when it's flashing, your goal is to always get one. There are Fibonacci levels above this, but usually your goal is to just hit one. That's where a lot of people tend to close their positions, and then they're using other technical factors, as well to figure out if they need to be opening up a new short at that position, all right? Now, if you bought somewhere down here at the Fibonacci level, and you got your goal of one here after weeks, if not months of waiting for it, but you hit that goal, well, guess what? Let's say you just bought the Fibonacci down at the very bottom. At that point, you've made about 37% profit as far as Bitcoin's concerned. If you had a 10x leverage, just a 10x leverage play on Bitcoin, that's 370% profit for holding for about 2 months. 2 months should be enough time for you guys to make that much profit off of a small 10x leverage position, okay? Now, let's see what happened afterwards. Guess what? That really kind of stopped us in our tracks. We were having trouble, kept on coming down, found some support at the Fibonacci level, found some support here, and after that, speed it up, we never got back up to that level. So you want to be careful about how greedy you guys get, and you guys can see after we broke down officially, we had that first close below the Fibonacci level, then you guys could have opened up another short off of another breakdown, and if we go back in time here a little bit, you guys will also notice that we at that same time we were also breaking down below crucial Gann Fan levels. This one, and this one. All crucial levels, all signaling massive sell signals or open a short, you dummy, right? You guys have to be able to make money off of these moves, or that's what the signal is telling you. You have to know how to do this. So that's kind of the gist of what I wanted to tell you guys here today. Hope you guys enjoyed the course. This is kind of more of an ad hoc one. I'm going to do longer ones in the future. But this should kind of give you a good idea of where you guys want to be doing these larger swings and how to set up everything up for a bear market. Just make sure you guys spread it out over multiple charts. You guys can put all this information on one chart if you want to. Just go back to that one segment I told you guys about earlier where you can hide lines that you don't need. That way your entire chart is not looking massively cluttered, okay? Have a wonderful rest of your day.